You know someone like Ryan, or maybe you are Ryan. He makes about 85,000 a year. Solid job. Early 30s. Every morning, he walks out to a $55,000 SUV. Clean, polished, the kind that catches attention at every stoplight. From the outside, it looks like he's doing everything right. His social feed backs it up. Beach trips, weekend getaways, dinners at places where nobody asks the price. He looks like someone who has it all figured out. His checking account has a few $100s in it. He's carrying several $1,000s on a high-interest credit card. And last night, lying in bed, he was doing mental math trying to figure out if a bill would clear before his paycheck landed. Now meet Daniel. Same city, same salary, same age. Daniel drives a 5-year-old sedan. Nothing special. No one notices it. His apartment is fine, not impressive, not bad. He doesn't post much on social media. He doesn't stand out. Daniel has over $180,000 invested. No credit card balance. Zero. And when he went to sleep last night, money didn't cross his mind once. Ryan looks successful. Daniel is becoming successful. And that gap between looking like it and actually building it is one of the most expensive mistakes people make. My name is Nathan, and I spend way too much time thinking about how money actually works. Please do me a quick favor, show your support, and hit the subscribe button. This isn't about cutting everything you enjoy. It's about something more specific. Spending money to send a signal, not to improve your life, but to shape how other people see your life. There's a bag that costs thousands but carries the same things as one that costs $30. There's a vehicle that costs $50,000 that gets you to work just as reliably as one that costs $15,000. There's a dinner that isn't chosen for the food, but for what it says about you. You don't need a label for it. You felt it. That pull towards something that communicates something. And here's the uncomfortable part. It's not your fault. It's human wiring. Researchers estimate that a noticeable portion of your daily thoughts involve comparing yourself to someone else. And when that comparison makes you feel behind, your brain looks for a way to close the gap. Visually, quickly. That's the instinct. And entire industries are built around it. So let's look at what that instinct actually costs. Right now, the average car payment in the United States is around $700 to $800 a month. That's average, not luxury, just normal. If you're in a larger vehicle, it can easily climb past $900 or even $1,000 for something that loses value every year. Meanwhile, a car that's just a few years old can cost a fraction of that. Modern cars regularly last well over 200,000 miles. The difference in reliability is smaller than most people think, but the difference in cost is massive. That gap alone can be $500 to $700 every single month. Then there's eating out, one of the most overlooked drains. The average person spends close to $900 a month in restaurants, more than many people spend on their car. Some of that is enjoyment, but a large part of it is habit, convenience, or just keeping up with the neighbors. Add in small things, brand markups at the store, subscriptions that quietly renew, trips that get paid off long after they end. And when you total it up, the extra cost of maintaining an image can easily land between $10,000 and $15,000 a year. That's not lifestyle, that's overhead. Now let's make this real. Ryan brings home about $5,000 a month after taxes. That's what actually hits his account. His car payment takes a large chunk. Insurance adds more. Before he's even touched rent or food, a big portion is gone. Then rent, utilities, groceries, dining out, subscriptions, minimum payments on debt. By the end of the month, there's almost nothing left. One unexpected expense, and it spills over into debt. This is what it feels like. Not broke, but never comfortable. Now look at Daniel. Same income, no car payment, lower insurance, better fuel efficiency. His rent is slightly lower. He spends less eating out, keeps things simple where it doesn't matter. At the end of the month, he has thousands left. And that difference is where everything happens. because money sitting still doesn't stay still. It compounds. If Daniel invests that extra amount consistently, over time it grows. After 10 years, it turns into hundreds of thousands. After 20, it crosses into life-changing territory. After 30, it becomes something most people assume requires a completely different life. But it didn't. It came from one decision, repeated over and over, not performing. And here's where it gets uncomfortable again, because stopping that behavior doesn't feel like a financial move. It feels personal. When Ryan thinks about trading his SUV for something simpler, he doesn't think about the monthly savings. He thinks about what it means, how it looks, what people might think, because these things become part of identity. They're not just objects. They're part of the story we tell about ourselves. Letting go of them can feel like stepping backward, even if it's actually moving forward. But something interesting happens. The same way a new purchase feels exciting at first and then normal, the reverse is also true. What feels like a downgrade at first becomes normal. And on the other side of that adjustment, something else shows up. Relief. Because the background stress most people carry quietly disappears. And it turns out that feeling is stronger than the excitement ever was. Now, here's another piece people don't think about. Most people aren't paying as much attention to you as you think. There's something called the spotlight effect, where people overestimate how much others notice them. In reality, most people are focused on themselves, their own problems, their own decisions. The audience you think you're performing for is smaller than you think, and often it's not watching at all, which means a lot of that extra spending is happening for no one. Now zoom out for a second, because this isn't really about cars or restaurants or brands. It's about freedom. The person with lower expenses has options. They can take time off, change direction, handle unexpected problems without panic. And from the outside, none of that is visible, because it doesn't show up in what they drive or wear or post. The person with higher expenses might look ahead, but they're tied to a system that requires constant income, constant payments, constant continuation. So, the real difference isn't visible. It's structural. One person owns their time, the other rents it. And this is where everything flips, because real wealth doesn't look like what most people expect. It's quiet. It's ordinary. It doesn't announce itself. The data on this is consistent. Many people who are actually wealthy don't drive what you'd expect. They don't spend how you'd assume, because they stopped trying to signal success and focused on building it. Meanwhile, a large percentage of high-end purchases are made by people still trying to get there. It's a loop, and it feeds itself. So breaking it isn't about discipline. It's about awareness, seeing the pattern clearly, and deciding whether you want to keep playing it. Because once you see it, it's hard to ignore. Ryan isn't bad with money. He's running a system, one that rewards appearance in the short term and delays actual progress in the long term. Daniel is running a different system, sometimes even invisible, but compounds quietly, relentlessly, and eventually creates something that doesn't need to be shown. So the next time you feel that pull towards something that looks like progress, pause for a second and ask a different question. Not what does this say about me, but what does this cost me later? Because that answer is where everything changes. And if you get that right, the outcome takes care of itself. If this made you think differently, share it with a friend. Please show support for the channel and hit the subscribe button. It would really mean a lot.